Hey, Kurt, thank you for taking the time with me, man, here today to go over a few things with Legacy Farmer. So for those who are tuning in and listening to this, if you could just state your name, where you're from, and what your operation consists of.
Yeah, I'm Kurt Demmel from the Northeast Nebraska area. I farm with my father. I guess together we put up a 5,000 head hog unit. We've raised hogs, I guess, our whole life, start to finish, but on a smaller scale. But a few years ago, we took on that operation, contract growing for a integrator. And then also we farm roughly 700 to 800 acres, corn, soybeans together. That's kind of our farm operation.
Some big moves coming up. You're looking to expand in some different areas, right? Starting to make some big moves, some drastic changes. So with that, like, what has been the biggest change for you since coming into Legacy Farmer?
The biggest thing is fixing some of my personal habits, if you'd say, just some stuff that Kurt needed to work on himself to get better, to make the bigger leaps for my family and for the farm. I think we're creatures of habit, and there's a lot of habits, bad habits. I mean, some we don't even realize over the last 20 years that we've inherited, and kind of working through that in a positive manner, I think, has been a good thing for me. Making some good changes on my personal life that I kind of known I need to make some of them, and some of them, I didn't even realize there were things that were holding me back on succeeding in business and life. So yeah, I think this Legacy has helped me with that.
Yeah, because you got wife and kids at home, right? So you got a whole nother world of chaos to take home after a day of business, right?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, I have a wife and 3 boys, 6 to 3 weeks right now. So yeah, we got our hands full at home.
Things get pretty chaotic time to time. Yeah. Yep. So managing business and personal life, that's a struggle.
Yeah, and that's something that I was working, I don't know how many hours, and I still put in a lot of extra time. But I mean, I now I have a plan to get away from working 80 hours a week and not reaping the benefit for working 80 hours a week, I guess, is the thing.
Yeah. Do you feel a sense of guilt and shame from being away from the family for trying to make this life for them, right? You're trying to make a pathway for them, and there's a weight to that, right? And you're missing out on some things, and that can be heavy.
Yeah, and that's why I guess I always told myself that's why I was putting in the hours to was for them, or to make it hopefully better for them in the future. Well, really, they need me at home to have a good future. They need a good dad, and there's things I realized to do better, and just better ways to spend my time, utilize my time, and manage my time, and still get the work done that needs to be done, and still be at home and spend the time with the family as well. So
yeah, 100%. So with the different things inside Legacy Farmer, so with with the trainings, the stack, the core 4, just the community in itself, what would you say is your favorite thing about Legacy Farmer?
I think, I mean, stacking is something that really helps, I guess, individually. I mean, it helps you work through all the things that go through a guy's mind in a day. It's kind of amazing what holds you back mentally, and just to get some of that stuff out, how it frees you up to go after the things you want to go after. Yeah. And therefore the community within Legacy Farmer is always there to back you up as well when you are ready. So that's been a big help as well.
Those stories, they just have a lot of weight to them, and we just keep them bound up. We never really process them, just keep them stored there. And it's like once you can process those stories, it just relieves an amount of just space and clarity, right? And that can be really powerful for you to figure out what kind of direction and just the things you want to proceed with, right? But the stack just gives you that sense of clarity, and you've taken full advantage of it, and it's like it's spoken right to you. I mean, you've been able to process the stories, get some directions, have the confidence to go out and have those difficult conversations and get what Kurt wants, without having those stories hold him back. Yeah. It's a pretty powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we've seen that change, which is awesome, man. All right. So last question. So if there was somebody who was, has been checking Legacy out for a while, maybe they've been listening to the podcast, Facebook videos, they've checked this out and they're trying to consider if this is the right jump for them. So what would you say to someone who is on the fence with joining Legacy Farmer?
Why not? What do you got to lose? I mean, I listened to Jace's podcast for I don't know how many months on end, and it's just everything he talked about. It just hit home with me, and finally I was like, it's money, but you're investing in yourself is what it comes down to, and I think how many times do you invest in all these things on the farm and equipment, and are we investing anything in ourselves? Usually not. It's usually we think we know it all, but there's so many barriers within ourselves that are holding us up from doing what we really need to do.
It's funny you say that because we've been taught and trained, to take care of the farm first, right? Then family, and then you take care of yourself first,
mm-hmm.
right?
No, that's absolutely right. Like I said, it was me. I was always the last person to take. Like I said, everybody come first, and that's what I struggled with mentally, honestly, and that's what Legacy's helped me with, is to work through a lot of them issues. Always put everybody else first.
Yeah, because I remember Kurt coming in when we got on the phone, like it was, that second time around, like it's like you were just ready to do something different. You're like you recognize the path that you were taking wasn't working, and that something has to change, right? Something has to change, but to recognize that it was yourself too. I mean, yeah, I just remember that phone call. Kurt was like, he's ready to go. Like, let's get to work. And you've changed because of that, right? You've changed because of those actions and things like that.
The change was already stuff I knew. It's just, sometimes you just needed somebody else to tell you, what you've been thinking, and you need someone to help you through that process of, getting to that next level or taking the next step to do something.
Do you feel the sense of accountability on yourself has pushed you forward too, knowing that somebody is actually looking out for you, and if you're not showing up, like, all right, let's get back on track. Like let's figure this out. Do you feel like that has helped you to progress?
Yeah, it's just kind of a self-check, like you said, and it's just, you never had that before, and just the programs in place within Legacy Farmer, everybody's holding everybody accountable for getting up, getting your stuff done, and you're going through these processes every day that help you make that an easy process and get the things done that you need to get done.
Yeah.
Progress. Yes.
What time are we getting up in the morning?
Well, usually we train 4 and 5. Depends on the day, but usually between 4 and 5.
That's what time we're all getting up and getting going, right? Getting 4 knocked out and just getting that sense of direction right away on the morning. And would you say that's almost been a game changer, just to get your morning started out, get a stack in, just give you clarity?
Yeah, it just kind of frees up your mind and gets you ready for the day. Getting a little workout in the morning, get your blood pumping, and like I said, it's just get to bed on time. You don't need to be staying up late, and get to bed and prepare for the next day, and every day is a new day. So
yeah, awesome, man. All right, Kurt, we'll cut it off there, man. So I appreciate you taking the time with me here today.
Very good. Thanks, Andy.